Beyond green card lottery application, what are the other ways can you use to come to the United States of America? You are applying for the diversity visa lottery application, but we know it is not easy. The odds of winning, it is easier to be stricken by a thunder than winning a diversity visa lottery when it comes to the odds. So, what should you do after finishing applying for the diversity visa lottery? And assume you haven't won the diversity visa lottery and you still have the dream to come to America. What should you do beyond the diversity visa lottery? What are the ways? What are other pathways can you use to reach your dream, to reach your goal? That is the bigger question to ask ourselves. When people apply for the diversity visa lottery, majority are starting praying every single day about it. Majority are getting so much obsessed with it. Majority are starting in their head planning which state to go to live. Majority are also starting saving the money for the medical, money for the visa fees, and the money to start. They haven't won yet. They have just applied for the diversity visa lottery. I understand how much emotion the diversity visa lottery is taking to the people. So when it happens, you don't win, there are some people it's not a big deal. There are some people are so upset, so depressed, because they have invested so much in their head. I can start with my case, if you want to check as an example. I didn't win the diversity visa lottery. Let me be clear and the truth to be told. I've applied over 5-8 years or 5-8 times for the diversity visa lottery. I never won the DV lottery. But I got green card lottery through marriage. And then I became a US citizen through working as military personnel, active duty, US Navy here in the United States. Then that's how I became a United States citizen, naturalized citizen. So, did I get so much upset and depressed when I applied for the diversity visa lottery and didn't win? No. Why? These are the things I did, and beyond the diversity visa lottery, I came to America, I got a green card, I became a citizen. So some of these ways I'm going to explain are practically myself I used, but I've also advised so many people, they have used them and they have succeeded on them. It will help you in one or another. Some of these ways might take a little bit longer than others. For those who do not know me, my name is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM, originally from Tanzania, now a naturalized citizen of the United States of America. Currently live in the great state of Missouri, here in the United States. If today is the first time to come across me, thank you so much. Welcome to the EBMSCHOLARS family. Okay. The first question I will ask yourself, I will ask you, or you have to ask yourself is, why do you want so bad to go to the United States of America? Why do you want so bad to go to Canada? Why do you need so bad to go to Europe? Why do you need so bad to go to Australia? Why do you need so bad to go to New Zealand from your country? Each person has different reasons. I'm not the expert of your reasons. And I don't want to say your reasons are not strong enough. No. What I want to give something to think about or to reflect on is, how bad do you want? Do you know what it takes to go to those countries? Yes, there is a lottery, but you might apply lottery. The first year don't win. Second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, seventh year, 10th year. There is one guy in my channel won the DVLOTTERY on the 13th time. But there are some people who have won on the first time, or second time, or the fourth year. So the point I want to bring to you is, if you are okay to apply for the diversity visa lottery for 5 years, for 10 years, and you don't win, you are okay with that. That means life has to continue. You don't need to stop your life right now, and every day you are waiting for the diversity visa lottery so that you can win. No matter how bad, no matter how much you want to come to America or to go to Europe, you cannot just wait just for the matter of lottery, for that lucky day to happen to you. You have to prepare yourself that even if I apply for the DVLOTTERY, I don't win, my life should continue with other things. I'll talk about them. That's the first suggestion I usually give to anybody after applying for the diversity visa lottery. Yes, it's okay to pray, but don't start praying every single day from the day you applied to the day of the results. You have to allow it to get out of your head. It's just one of the way which is not reliable, which is not, might not happen. You apply for the DVLOTTERY. It's okay to learn more about green card lottery, or to learn about life in America, or to learn life of, it's okay. But don't be obsessed to the extent that this is the one I've won, so I'm just getting ready. Next year I'm going. If you are approaching any girl, you want to date any girl, and the girl says no, so, oh, you are telling me no? Just wait. Next year I'm going to America. No, you are not going anywhere. You haven't won. So that is number one. Apply for the DVLOTTERY and forget about it. Yes, it's okay to learn about America. It's okay to learn about other opportunities, but forget this is one of the ways to be as reliable as a way you can be able to do. Why am I saying forget about it? This is not reliable. It's not reliable. That means it's not valid. It's a valid way, but you cannot depend on it. You can't. Don't depend on things which you can't control. Never. You'll be disappointed so bad. There are things in life divided into two. The things which you can be in control of, you can be able to determine, and you know, if I do 1, 2, 3, the results will be this way. So if you didn't do as you're supposed to, yes, you'll not be able to get them. And there are things, you put it there and it is someone's hands. You cannot have any control of. The DVLOTTERY, you don't have any control. You do one application. Once you do that application correctly, it's out of your hand. You let it go. It's just a machine. Yes, you have to pray to God. God is the only person, if I say person, but God is the only one who will be able to help you to win. Whether I applied for you or you apply for yourself, but if God wants you to win, you'll win regardless. So, since you cannot control the DV lottery, it's out of your control. You have to have ways to go to America, ways to go to Canada, ways to go to Australia, to go to any country, the ways which you can control. Forget about the ways you don't have any control of. Focus on the ways you can control. Apply the diversity visa lottery and also continue through your life on ways you can be able to control. When I was in the 5th grade, that is when I said I have to go to America. That's when I said, no matter what, my dream is to live in America, to have a family in America, possible to die in America. 1994, 1995, back in the day, no internet. I didn't know if there is something called the DV lottery or green card lottery. But I knew one way of coming to America or going to Europe. That way was through education. That is the way I believed I have control of. 100%. It's all on me. Meaning, I needed to have good grades. So my job was simple. And one job. Make sure you get good grades. So I did everything possible to get good grades. Yes, I was applying for the DV lottery, but I have focused on the other way which I have control of. And I knew the path through education takes longer. I had to study primary school, secondary school, junior high school, high school. I have to go to bachelor's degree. And at the university, I knew I have to get very, very good scores. Minimum upper second class. So I did all those kind of things for sure. And once I got to those grades I want, to the level I reached, I was doing my final year exam at the University of Dar es Salaam. I have the ticket to come to the United States of America. So my point is, if you are okay to be applying over 10 years and you are really want to come to America, or you really want to go to Europe or to other countries, you have also to explore other ways and go and deduct those ways. Which ways you are in control of, no matter how many years they take. For me, I knew education I have a control of. I had no any relative overseas at that time, and I didn't want just to come for the shorter ways of visiting, whatever. I wanted it to come on my own terms, and it was through education. I'll talk about education a little bit, but I'm giving just the background for me you understand. What do we mean by you finding other ways? So if you are currently in high school, you just finished high school, you are doing diploma. While we are talking about scholarships, they are there. And we know there are very few scholarships for bachelor's degree. Find a way to start a bachelor degree in your own country. Make sure you get good grades. Start volunteering. Whether in your high school, whether you're in college right now, start doing volunteering. Start doing things, even if you don't win a green card lottery, but you have improved your own life. So the question which I've been talking here is the number one question is, how bad do you want to go to America. How bad do you want to go to Europe? Because if you are focusing only on the diversity visa lottery, only one country on the planet Earth has diversity visa lottery, US. But you have to figure out how bad you want and what are the other ways beyond that. The second thing which you need to know is you need to broaden up your perspective. This is against the narrowing that I only want to go to the United States of America. And when people are applying for scholarship, for instance, I tell them, what do you want to study? Mention to me maybe 5 programs you are able to study. Oh, I want just to study bachelor degree in, for instance, let's say into physical therapy. I'm okay, I understand that. But what if you don't get it? That's the point. Don't say, I must go only to US. What if there are no other ways to go to US? Or what other ways can you be able to do to go to somewhere else, but those other areas will help you to come here? When I was planning to come to US, that was my dream to come to US. I knew how difficult it is to come to US. So I opened up my mind. I broadened up my perspective that I have to go to Europe first. And my first number 1 country to go to Europe was Norway. Number 2 was Netherlands, also any other European country, but I liked a lot of Norway and Netherlands. So for me, I knew, yes, I have to come to US, but it will be difficult for me to come direct. So I focused on going to Europe also as a stepping stone, is let me go there, do masters there, and then come to do PhD or later come to US. So that was my original plan. But when I got direct to come to US, I didn't need to go to Europe again. I came direct to US. So the point is, don't narrow down only I have to go to US. Cristiano Ronaldo, we know, is the best player on the planet Earth. Yes, I know it is debate sometimes when it comes to Ronaldo versus Messi, but we know is one among the best players on the planet Earth ever. So, when he was still young in Madeira, in Portugal, his dream was to play at the best club on earth, Real Madrid. But he could not go from Madeira, a small village in Portugal, direct to Real Madrid. He started going to play for Sporting Lisbon. Then he went to Manchester United. It was a big club, very big club. But that was not his dream. His dream was to play for Real Madrid. So, in 2006, 2007, going to 2008, around that time, he had to go to Madrid. And when he was there, that was his dream to be there. Just like Kylian Mbappe at the moment, for those who are following soccer. He's playing for PSG. Messi went to PSG right now. They told him, we are going to double your salary so that you can stay here. He has refused to sign the contract. He said, my dream is to play for Real Madrid. But in order to go for Madrid, Mbappe started from small club, then went to Monaco, then went to PSG. He showed his worth. Now he's planning to go to Real Madrid. So even if your plan is to come to America, only America, if opportunity comes to go to Australia first. Open up your mind to go to Europe. Open your mind to go to Canada. You might go there and you'll be surprised. You might enjoy more life there than if you would be in the United States. Don't put US, yes, we know it's a great country, but doesn't mean that people in US have better life than the people in Europe. No. Western life is more or less the same. And in most of European countries or Canada, some people have better, very good living, working conditions or lifestyle when it comes to the education, when it comes to the medical, when it comes to the lifestyle than in the United States. We have to be honest on this one. Yes, some other countries like Norway, Finland, whatever, you have to speak their languages. But in the US, you don't need it because you know English. But it doesn't mean the life there sucks. No, they have better living conditions than here in the United States. So don't be obsessed only in the US. Open up your mind that I'm okay to go to any other country around the world. I'm okay to go there, and if I don't like, but it will be a good way to go to another country. Just like Cristiano Ronaldo from Madeira to Sporting Lisbon to Manchester United to the dream club Real Madrid. After Madrid, then he went to Juventus, then back to Manchester United. So whatever you want to do, make sure you are open up to go to other countries so that you can be able to have more opportunities. So that is point number 2 I want to put to you ahead so that you can understand the broader perspective. Explore opportunities in other countries. We'll talk about these opportunities, but I just wanted you to explore other opportunities. The aspect number 3, or the third aspect of Beyond Diversity Visa Lottery. You need to improve your life. You need to attain your dreams, no matter where you are on this planet Earth. Don't think that my dreams will only be realized or reached if I'm in America. America is just a place to be, yes. But if you are lazy, you are lazy. If you don't like to study, you don't like to study, whether you're in America, whether you're in your country. If you don't like to do business, you don't like to do business. If you are a person who don't like to wake up early in the morning, it doesn't matter whether you're in America or whatever. These passports we have should not define you. These are just piece of papers. Yes, they help us to travel to another country. Yes, they help us to facilitate certain things. I agree with that. But these certificates should not define us. This piece of passports should not feel you better than another person. I was Tanzanian, now I'm an American citizen, but I'm not better than any other Tanzanian. I'm still a human being. So your dreams should be reached no matter whether you have the passport of Tanzania or the passport of the United States of America. You need to improve your life. You need to attain your dreams no matter where you are. Your dreams might be able to change or modify, I understand, based on where you live. I understand that. But let me give you an example. What if I didn't come to the United States of America? What my life would be on my end? Obviously, I could be right now a PhD holder teaching at one of the universities in Tanzania. Because I had plans if I don't go overseas and if I go overseas. My family is mostly academia. I have 4 siblings, 2 brothers, 2 sisters who are currently teaching at the university level. So I was in that path. I got good grades to get a scholarship, but if I don't get, I could study and teach at the university in Tanzania. I started doing blog, writing about scholarship opportunities while I was still a second year of the university student at the University of Dar es Salaam. So don't ever think that EBM is doing about education, scholarships, all these things is explaining now because it is in America. No. I did these things while I was a student at the University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. I've been talking this way, teaching other people since I'm in Tanzania. I was in Form 4, which is junior high school in Tanzania, teaching tuition after school hours to other students, teaching people even higher grades than me, high school, while I was not in high school. I was doing that. So I'm not doing these things just because I'm in America. I could do the same similar things even if I'm in Tanzania. So don't think that, oh, I'll become a YouTuber when I go to America. Or when I go to Europe, I'll be a YouTuber. If you plan to become a YouTuber, be a YouTuber. Yes, for me now, I think by being here, I have certain advantages of high-speed internet. I have advantages of certain things, I agree. But also, if you're in Africa as a YouTuber, you have your own advantages of have so many content than me. Most of my content now, because where I live, I have to be sitting like on the cross. So my content has been this way than if I could be in Africa, I could be more talking outdoor than now I'm doing indoor. The only thing I'm modifying, but the things I'm doing, I could do same or similar things even if I'm not in America. So I want you to have that mindset that if you plan to become a PhD holder, you can become a PhD holder. You don't need to be in the United States to become a PhD holder. You apply for scholarship, don't get it, don't start a PhD in your own country. Do your master's in your own country. If you wanted to start your own organization, non-profit organization, start your own non-profit organization. If you wanted to start the company wherever you are. So don't put everything, I have to wait until I win the lottery, until I go to America, or until I go to Europe. That is the time I will be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just like it's some people who are saying, when I win a lottery as money prize, if I win $1 million or $10 million, I will go to help the homeless. I'll go to help the orphanage centers. I will go and do 1, 2, 3 for the poor people. The question is, what have you done up to this moment? Up to this moment, you get the salary of $1,000 US dollar, for instance, or $2,000 US dollar. Have you taken $1, $2 and gave to someone else who is in need? Have you ever decided one day, I'm just going to buy, I'm using $100, I'm going to buy chicken, whatever, I'm cooking at my home, and I'm taking this food to the orphanage center? Have you ever done that? So don't think that if I have money like Bill Gates, I'll be distributing the money, while up to this moment, you haven't done so at the smallest level you have. If you have never given your girlfriend money for soda, and you say, if I have money, I'll buy iPhone 13 Pro Max for my girlfriend. If you cannot do the smaller thing to your girlfriend, don't wait if you have money to do the bigger things. Your behavior will continue to be the same. Let's say you're a university student, or you finish high school, you have all A's. You have 5, 7 subjects, whatever it is, you have all A's. And you are just proud of yourself, I have all A's. But you have never started initiative of going to the rural areas, talking to the rural people. There are students in the rural areas have never seen any person got A in any subject in the entire life for 50 years. Why can't you go there and talk to those students, inspire them? By seeing you are giving the dream to other people. So my point is, if your plan is to change the community, find a way to do that. If you want to help your village, start finding a way on how you can build a well, you can construct a well, finding sponsors, finding ways from the government. So don't wait until you're in America to say that I will do 1, 2, 3, 4. Your current behavior, your current attitude might be more or less the same, will be more or less the same when you come to America or when you go to Europe. If you're the person to help others, you will help them whether you are in your country, whether you are here. For me, helping people, explain to people, okay, this is how you do, you get a scholarship, you do whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've been doing this even before I come to America. So it's not something I'm doing just because I'm here. My behavior hasn't changed from the core. I don't feel I better than you. Yes, I got certain opportunities and I want to build that opportunity for you. Whatever thing I know, this is me, this is my brothers, my sisters, my father, this is how we are brought up. Whenever I know something, I have to find a way to break down to it so that another person can be able to help. If I know how to write a book, I'll tell you the procedure to write a book. How to upload the book on Amazon, I'll tell you the same thing. So improve your life, reach your dreams no matter where you are. Don't stop your life just because you are waiting to come to America. Oh, I'm applying for the DV lottery. If I go to America, don't worry, my friend. I'll be giving you, I'll be calling you, I'll be sending you dollars, I'll be doing whatever. No. If you are not sending dollars to your mother right now, you are not sending Tanzanian shillings, Kenyan shillings, Ugandan shillings, or whatever money you have currency in your country, you don't do that. Being in America will not change you to start sending that money. It is inside you. Have you sent maybe $2 and your mother said, no, I don't want that money? It's just you. When we are talking about other pathways, other programs beyond diversity visa lottery, because diversity visa lottery is only confined in the United States of America. And only 55,000 people each year are getting that green card. In entire Africa, 20 to 22,000 people will be given the visas. How many people are in Africa? In Europe, 16 to 18,000 people are getting green card visas. I'm not talking about winning. The number of winners is higher than the number of people who are getting the visas. In Asia, 10 to 12,000 people are given the actual visas under the diversity visa lottery. So you cannot put your entire life on lottery. As I said, you cannot control that. Each applicant has one application and you leave to God. But I want to give you some other programs, some other pathways you can consider beyond green card lottery. And these pathways are globally. As I mentioned before, you don't need only to focus and narrow down, I must go to the United States, and ignore all other countries around the world. You can say I want to come to America, but what if there is an opportunity to go to Canada? Go to Canada. If you don't like and you still want to come to America, then from that point, find another way to go to your country of destination in America, United States. If the opportunity comes to go to Australia, go to Australia. So let me break down some of these opportunities, some of these pathways. Number one is the biggest, is education, which takes thousands and thousands and thousands of people every single day. You can go with education as self-financing student if you want to pay for yourself, and you can go just like someone who is getting scholarships. I know majority of you are just like me. You don't have the money to pay on your own. So if right now you're in high school, just know that the majority of the scholarships are for masters and PhD. There are very few opportunities for bachelor's degree. So those who are asking me, can I get opportunities for scholarships for bachelor's degree? I usually say largely no, but yes, but there are very few. You cannot put all your dreams in one opportunity, one scholarship for bachelor's degree. But if you do bachelor's degree in your country, get good results, you open up so many opportunities all over the world. The meaning of the university education, it is universal. It is universal in the sense that it is universal education. That is something you need to know. So number one is education. On my YouTube channel, there is a playlist. One of the playlists is called Scholarships in Europe, Scholarships in America, Scholarships in Canada. Go and watch those videos about scholarships. And I have books for scholarships. One of the books PhD scholarships for Africans in the United States of America. That book has over 498 pages and is a free download on PDF. So if you go to the Google search and you write PhD scholarships for Africans in the United States by EBM or Ernest Makulilo, Boniface Makulilo, you'll be able to find it. You can be able to get the PDF download. And I'll put the link on this video. Scholarships, that's the biggest one. You can have control of it. The other way is looking for jobs. This depends. First of all, majority of these ones are skilled or professional jobs, meaning they might have a certain level of education or work experiences. So there are jobs of this nature. There are countries like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and a little bit of England. They have what they call merit-based immigration. If you go to my YouTube channel and you go to the playlist Canada, you will see everything about Canada. For instance, or Australia. If you apply, you are engineer. There are points you are given as engineer with your bachelor degree or master's degree, your work experience, language, your age, blah, 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 blah. And then you are going to be given permanent residence of Canada just by your work experience. You can apply jobs sometimes depending on country to country. I'm not saying apply to me. I'm not giving job. I don't have any company. You can start looking. Don't get into scams. There are companies can hire someone from overseas. In the US, it's very bit complicated to get the H1 visa. Mostly you must be science, and there are certain companies, they offer sponsorship of H1 visa and later green card or permanent residence for the United States. But if you apply to Australia, New Zealand, US, and even there is England, they have certain programs, you can be able to go through directly as work. And there are sometimes non-skilled or not skilled per se, but just like not based on education. Like in Canada, there are some they call like you can become a truck driver. You can be going there. In Europe, there's au pair. You are going there to take care of elderly people. There are those kind of jobs you can be able to go through and apply. I'm not expert on those one, but I'm just saying there are those kind of opportunities. There are some of the YouTubers, there are some of the companies, there are some of the websites. It's just your job to do a research on that to find another way to go to those countries. Speaking of jobs, I'm going to talk about job opportunities, not just to US and Europe or Australia and Canada. There are so many job opportunities as expert. These are, you are not applying jobs directly to go to these countries employed by the company from that country. You can go with the United Nations. You can apply for the UN or UN agencies. You can apply for UNHCR. You can apply for UNDP. You can apply for the FAO, WFP, or United Nations in general, either direct to work with UN headquarters. You know, if you have master's degree, there are so many jobs to work with headquarters. You can work with UN headquarters here, or you can in New York, or you can work in Geneva. In Geneva, there are so many organizations for the United Nations. You can apply there. But there are so many, you can work also as United Nations international staff in your own continent. If you are Kenyan, you can go to work in Tanzania. If you're Tanzania, you can go to work in Sudan. You are from Sudan, you can go to work in South Africa. You can go to work even in Philippines, or you can go to work in Kuala Lumpur. Whatever it is, you can work in other countries or other cities around the world as international staff. And you can go even to work as a driver in another country. So don't assume that in order to go to I have to go to Europe. You can go and become international staff, getting paid over 8,000 or 10,000, even within Africa. So for me, if I get to become a UN staff, to go from Tanzania to go to work in Liberia, or to go to work in Ghana, and I get paid 10,000, that is better than coming to America. You are already international staff. So you have to broaden up that your education you are getting, your work experience you have can be applicable to any other parts of the world. So open up. Those experiences, you can use them later to go to other countries. There are opportunities about finding volunteering, internships. UNV, United Nations Volunteers, can volunteer around the world. Look at those opportunities. It's your job to do a research. You can try to find internships, but you have to find the internships which pay or which can be able to cover your expenses while you're in those countries. That is another way you can go to other countries. For instance, there is one internship program usual for people in agriculture from Africa or even in Asia to come to US. Those who have diplomas or high school or degrees in agriculture to come to America. They go to Midwest state, they go to Iowa, go to Nebraska, going to Minnesota, going to even Kansas, Missouri, wherever, because they have a lot of cows, a lot of everything, so they are going to do practical in agriculture. So look about internship J1 visa agriculture US. Such something like that, I can put the official website in the video. So that is another way you can be able to look for those opportunities. I'm not a fan of going to these countries as a tourist and decide to stay there, because if you go as a tourist or a visitor, it is a very complicated process to transfer from those who want to become a permanent resident of those countries. That's why you end up sometimes have so many problems. Sometimes you are not, obviously you are not allowed to work. Sometimes you end up to become illegal. I don't want it to be illegal in any way. That's why I tell you, find the proper ways of going to these countries by following the proper procedures. So those are some of the pathways. Some people, they look about pathways like, if you get in touch and you meet someone, you fall in love, you can marry someone, that's another way. But condition, you must also meet in person, not online love, and that's all. If you love online, it's okay. But the person, you have to meet in person to process the fiancé visa, or you get married, you go to that particular country, you can do that. I know so many people who have done that in that particular way. So those are some of the ways you can be able to do. Some people, I know a friend of mine went to Germany for volunteering, has been there since then. So there are so many other avenues for you to be able to do. So don't focus only on lottery. So if you focus on lottery only, you'll be in so much trouble. Focus also on other ways on what you can be able to do. But above all, no matter even any of these ways work to you, you have to be outstanding citizen, productive person on the planet Earth to reach your dreams and your goals even in your own country. That is the big key. Because you don't just come here and assume that you will succeed if you don't have certain type of behavior of you don't have the good goals, you don't have the culture of or inborn or training to make sure you work hard. All those kind of things are very, very important. Some of these ways I've been saying, they might take 3 years, because some of the countries' bachelor degree is 3 years. Some of the countries, this bachelor degree is 4 years. So take it, whether it is 3 to 4 years, make sure that you go through so that you can be able to reach that one. So thank you so much. Those are some of the ways I want to make sure that beyond the green card lottery, you know what you're going to do.